The true test of leadership often comes during a crisis. The capability to manage the crisis and stay focused. Also the ability to lead the people with confidence and inspire hope in the face of despair or looming disaster often distinguishes leaders. For Governor Babajide Sanwo, his administration's response to the importation of COVID-19 or coronavirus into the state attests to the quality of his bold, purposeful, and responsible leadership. Since 27 February 2020, when the index case was reported, Mr. Governor, ably supported by the Deputy Governor, Dr. Bafemi Hamzat, Executive Council members, private organizations, and high net worth individuals, has marshaled very strategic and thorough responses to containing and managing the pandemic. These responses, which have received wide acclaim, include hosting a stakeholders meeting on the prevention of coronavirus, setting up of world-class isolation centers at the Infectious Disease Hospital Yaba, with the federal government at Lagos University Teaching Hospital, LUTH, and with private organizations at the Mobolaji Johnson Sports Arena, Onika, and Landmark Event Center, Victoria Island, among others. When the lockdown was imposed on Lagos and others, hundreds of thousands of bagged foodstuff containing 5 kilograms of rice and gari, 3 kilograms of beans, with bread and other materials were distributed to the vulnerable and indigent. Food kitchens were also opened in all the wards to feed no fewer than 100,000 youths in the first instance.
The food is okay, they are trying, and I also like the way they make us maintain social distance. And what I have to say to the government is that thank you, and they should keep trying hard.
It has been good. I would like to use this opportunity to thank our governor, Sanwo. He's really trying, he's doing a great job. We really appreciate it.
Wọ́n try there. Nítorí ibi kan ló wà tó yẹn pé wọ́n ti ẹ̀ débẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ try tó ti ẹ̀ ń débí báyìí. Tá a jalè tá a ṣe everything. Èmi appreciate o. Tí ó bá jẹ́ nǹkan tínú báyìí. So inú wa bá máa dùn jù báyìí lọ.
In addition, the government embarked on massive contact tracing and identification of those infected to isolate them for treatment. 26 sample collection centers were established in 20 local government areas. Hundreds of patients have been successfully managed, discharged, and reunited with their families. Lagos has become a big mirror held high by world organizations as vivid illustration of how to tackle the pandemic. While facing the coronavirus challenge, the administration continues to face and work on other sectors and has recorded tremendous achievements in various sectors based on the 6-pillar team's agenda. These stand for transportation and traffic management, health and environment, education and technology, making Lagos a 21st century economy, entertainment and tourism, security and governance. With the realization that proper management of transportation system along with good network of roads goes a long way in the development of the economy, from the very first day, the administration swung into action by signing an executive order to address traffic control and management, bad roads, traffic and discipline, sanitation and drainage, among others. The first pillar is transportation and traffic management. On the strength of the executive order, the government empowered the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority (LASMA) to enforce traffic rules and regulations for the safety of all road users. Working time was extended to 11 p.m. and 1,017 personnel were added to LASMA workforce to boost traffic control and management. To further ensure safety of lives and properties, the administration activated the road traffic law as it relates to commercial motorcycle and tricycle operations, leading to their restriction in 6 local government and 9 local council development areas. To cushion the effect on the people, 65 high-capacity buses were rolled out for public transportation. Hundreds of others were fixed to join the Bus Rapid Transport BRT fleet. Automatic number plate recognition and computerized vehicle inspection services were introduced. The new headquarters of the Lagos State Vehicle Inspection Service was commissioned.
The Vehicle Inspection Service plays a critical support and a critical role, especially at ensuring that all the vehicles that ply our route are roadworthy and do not constitute dangers to commuters. We know that vehicle breakdown are major contributors to traffic gridlocks in Lagos, which results in avoidable losses of productive life and time. We must therefore seek to minimize this disruptive breakdown through strict enforcement of relevant laws, aided by the application of modern technology. A major goal of this new system is to ensure that traffic flows is not negatively impact in the process of enforcing the law.
The administration is pursuing the implementation of intermodal multimodal transport policy with uncommon passion. This has led to the completion of the continuous bridge beam of the Blue Line Rail project constructed from Igamu to Marina. Also, Governor Babajide Sanwo, after the launch of the Uber Boat Water Transportation Service under Public-Private Partnership PPP, inaugurated 8 ferries and a mobile app to kick off commercial water transportation by the Lagos State Ferry Service.
Why are we in government? We're in government because we want to create an enabling environment where people can do well. Over 80% of the GDP is run by the private sector. So we need to continue to collaborate. The whole point is for us to have a single technology solution where we can use both the waterways, we can use bus rapid system, and ultimately we can also push it with our rail technology that is coming. So the point we need to make is that we're the only sub-national anywhere that is building an audacious infrastructure of that magnitude. But we're committed. We're committed to see rail being moved in Lagos. We're committed to ensure that we complete that rail project so that our master plan on integrated transportation system is not just a lip service, it's something that we're doing. Using rail, using water, and using, of course, the bus rapid system.
For ease of movement of motorists, the state has undertaken massive rehabilitation and reconstruction of roads. 8 multinational construction firms, besides the Lagos State Public Works Corporation, were mobilized to repair 116 roads and highways across the state. These considerably reduced the potholes and the man-hour wasted in traffic. In addition, works began on many other pending projects, such as Lagos-Badagry Expressway, Penn Cinema Bridge, Agric-Ishawo Road, and others. The administration also awarded new roads for construction, among which are 6.05 kilometers Phase 1 road from Itamaga to Ewuelepe Town, 7.8 kilometers Owutu Agric-Ishawo Road Phase 1, Bola Tinubu Igbubu Imota Road, and Lekki Traffic Circulation Project at Oniru Axis, Victoria Island. The completion and commissioning of 31 strategic network of roads in Ojokoro, extending from Okwoba to Kolintin and Ajegunle Axis, and providing interconnectivity within 4 districts and adjoining communities, underscores the commitment to making life much meaningful for every Lagosian. Undoubtedly, a healthy people and a clean and habitable environment, no doubt, goes a long way, remaining at the front burner of this administration. Under the second pillar, health and environment, the demonstration of the administration's commitment to health and well-being of Lagosians began with a month-free medical program carried out in conjunction with Basco Lagos State Healthcare Mission International, a non-governmental organization NGO. Through the initiative, about 25,000 people, especially children between 0 and 12 years, got free screening and treatment to combat organ impairment and life-threatening ailments. The government also partnered with other organizations such as Benjamin Olowo Jebutu Foundation to provide free health services to the people. The healthcare infrastructure received a boost with 2 new maternal and child care centers, MCCS. The first is the 100 and 10-bed facility located at Aja. The second was facilitated by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, Mrs. Adejoke Orelope Adefulire. These have further expanded access to health care and reduced maternal and child mortality in the state. The administration has sustained preventive services such as immunization, deworming, provision of vitamin A supplements, and malnutrition screening of children between the ages of 6 to 15 months. It has also sustained the campaign to reduce new HIV/AIDS infections and help patients manage their health to live a normal life in line with the 90-90-90 goal of the United Nations Program on HIV/AIDS. In its efforts to promote a clean and safe environment, Lagos State has placed great emphasis on reorienting citizens on the need to imbibe environmentally friendly attitudes. As a result, it has declared zero tolerance for environmental abuse, such as indiscriminate dumping of refuse and construction of structure on drainage alignment or setbacks, among others. It also launched the Lagos State Blue Box Recycling Program, an incentive-driven approach to waste management and recycling.
It has become crystal clear that we can no longer rely on the old waste disposal method to manage the quantum of waste that we generate. Currently, the situation dictates the need for us to explore new and more efficient techniques in line with our smart city aspirations. 50% of waste generated contains reusable resources which we can enhance and channel into the economy of the state from our just state. This circular economy, or a cradle-to-cradle system, which encourages the use of another person's trash as a feedstock for another person's process, it minimizes waste in our society and it generates income for the citizens.
The Lagos State Waste Management Authority (LOMA) and private sector participants have cleared the bulk of waste that once occupied major roadsides. A multi-agency team also cleared the completed portion of Lagos-Badagry Expressway from Eric Moore to Mile 2 of illegal squatters and shanties. Moreover, integrated approaches being developed towards the management of the state's 3 dump sites at Olusoso, Solos, and Igado. Compared to the situation in May 2019, when the administration came on board, Lagos is now cleaner, healthier, and safer for residents. The administration energized the greening program by organizing the 2019 annual tree planting campaign and commissioned the Dr. Abayomi Fine Park at Oregon. Extensive clearing of drainages has been undertaken to ensure free flow of flood water during the rainy season. The contamination of streets, highways, and bus stops was also done to curtail the spread of coronavirus. With the world now being technologically driven, and along with the fact that education is the passport to the future and remains the most powerful weapon which can be used to change the world. Hence, through education and technology, the third pillar, the administration has commissioned new primary classroom blocks, computer laboratories, and outdoor recreational facilities. It also set up the Special Committee for Rehabilitation of Public Schools, which is working to bring a great turnaround into the fortune of public school infrastructure. 2,000 primary and secondary school teachers have been recruited. Hundreds of others have been retrained. Under the ECO Excel program, also tagged Leave No Child Behind, over 5,000 primary school teachers were trained on the use of technology to ensure effective teaching and learning. The state organized the Art of Technology Lagos 1.0 and launched 250 million seed capital for tech startups. This is to be managed by the Lagos State Science Research and Innovation Council. The government also inaugurated 2 unmanned aerial vehicles as a major component of the Lagos Enterprise Geographic Information System project. Considering the position of Lagos State as the commercial and industrial capital of Nigeria, making Lagos a 21st century economy is the fourth pillar. To achieve this goal, the administration is investing in wealth creation and creating opportunities for big and small businesses to thrive. In partnership with Access Bank PLC, ₦4 billion was disbursed to 600 women with indigenous business ideas. Another 3.4 billion naira was disbursed to 1,700 people under the World Bank Assisted Agricultural Program. Through Skill Acquisition Program, 4,885 youths have been trained in various vocations at the 17 skill acquisition centers located in the 5 divisions of the state. 1,050 vulnerable and indigent women among them were empowered through the Mega Empowerment Program.
We're focusing on fighting poverty through the implementation of our social economic empowerment programs. It is therefore with all sense of humility that over 1,000 of such beneficiaries will be getting the support today, and some of our graduates from the skill acquisition centers, various supports that they've identified that will help you to set you up to ensure that you begin to have some livelihood that can help take your family out of poverty.
I got a clipper and a sterilizing machine and also a generator to start up my business.
I'm just too happy for this great opportunity given unto me to get the sewing machine. It's a new year and it's a new gift in my life.
May God bless them in Jesus' name.
Still on skill acquisition and empowerment of the citizens of the state, the administration in practicing an all-inclusive government trained people living with disabilities and different vocations. This was done in 3 different centers within the state. Skills acquired include tailoring, shoemaking, soap making, among others. The training is aimed at helping them function properly in the society, with the realization of the fact that due to their physical challenge, they are already at a disadvantage. The empowerment will help them to be less dependent on others so they can also hold their own in the society. Governor Sanwo also led the He for She campaign aimed at enlisting the support of men in the fight for gender equality in Lagos. To reduce the housing deficit in Lagos, the administration is pumping considerable resources into housing projects. 10 direct and 14 joint venture housing projects have been reactivated. Of these, Lagos Homes, Igbobo 2B, Lagos State Affordable Public Housing Scheme Badagry, and Cortland Villas, Igbokushu. These have been allocated to 492 families under the Rent to Own initiative.
On behalf of our notice here today, I'm very, very grateful, sir. I don't have enough words to tell you because what you've done has really, really touched my heart. My dad does not know that you've granted us the 3-bedroom flat. He's a 65-year-old man waiting for me at home, and he's waiting for me to surprise him because he does not know at all. He just knows that I've applied for the house, everything is in process, and expecting from you. And with joining my heart, I'm so grateful, sir, for making me a house owner. I'm a small boy. I'm very, very grateful.
I lost my husband in this service in 2016. So since 2012. So since then we don't have home, and they paid us 5 million for his this thing. I kept it. I've been looking. I've been trying to. They called me yesterday that God gave me 40% until
I have been on this housing issue since 2008, and that was about 10 years before retirement. After retirement in 2018, I had nowhere to go. I had to write to the governor last year, and the governor graciously said he will undertake the payment of the 2-bedroom flat.
In line with the national campaign for return to agriculture, the administration gave a boost to the fortunes of farmers through agricultural value chains empowerment program. Many farmers were trained on pen and cage culture. Besides, better days lie ahead for rice farmers and Lagosians as the 32 tons immortal rice mill nears completion. For 2020 fiscal year, a 1.168 trillion naira budget estimate was passed by the House of Assembly. Of the total proposal christened Awakening the Greater Lagos, 723.5 billion naira, representing 62%, is for capital expenditure. 444.81 billion naira, or 38%, is for recurrent expenditure. Higher capital expenditure estimate is to accelerate the growth of the state through aggressive investment in critical areas such as physical infrastructure, environment, human capital, and security. The fifth pillar is entertainment and tourism. The administration organized the Greater Lagos Fiesta that ran for 7 days in 5 locations across the 5 divisions of the state. Top-rated artists performed in an event that climaxed with the popular Lagos Countdown. In conjunction with Access Bank PLC, the state organized the 2020 edition of the annual Access Lagos Marathon, won by David Bamasai, Tomb of Kenya. The former Nicon Stadium was renamed Mobolaji Johnson Stadium as part of the activities to honor the late first military governor of the state. The state also received the 4 Lagos theatre facilities from the contractor following their completion. This is why the 6th pillar is security and governance. In keeping its promise to ensure the security and safety of Lagosians, the administration has stepped up its support for the Lagos State Security Trust Fund, and through the fund, 120 patrol vehicles and 5 motorcycles were purchased for the Rapid Response Squad, RRS.
The citizens that are out there, that everything that needs to be done, for them to believe in us, for them to know that we're responsible and we're a responsive government, that everything that we need to do to ensure that our paramount responsibility, which is the security of life and property, is not only critical to us, but it's something that we will not be paying lip service to.
The administration also kept its promise for continuity by holding year 2019 edition of the annual town hall meeting on security. It commissioned the new Area L and Area J police commands in Ilashe and Elemoro and launched the 2 billion naira emergency relief fund for victims of Abule Ado fire. 8 new judges of the state's High Court were sworn in. 50 new vehicles were presented to magistrates. A new combined high and magistrate courts complex, named after Justice Christopher Olatunde Shegun, was commissioned at Ajabadore, and 2 buildings were provided for the Citizen Mediation Center at Ojo and Iba. The state judiciary introduced virtual court session, the first of its kind in Nigeria. These are already facilitating access to justice. To motivate the workforce, 35 staff buses were commissioned into the centralized staff bus fleet. Lagos State began the implementation of the new minimum wage, paying 35,000 naira, which is more than 30,000 naira recommended by the federal government. Mrs. Iyabo Elushaki, the overall best teacher in Nigeria, was rewarded with a 3-bedroom apartment and an award of excellence. The state organized a program tagged A Disruptive Shift, where an app named Alausa Sabi, developed by a member of the staff, was launched. Pensioners were excited as 1.92 billion and 1.03 billion were released in December 2019 and May 2020 as accrued pension payments for the state's retirees. Within the period, the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Official Council held its national conference tagged Unlearn, Learn and Relearn, 21st Century Women's Team's Perspective or Approach. It was organized to empower women with skills to key into emerging opportunities being provided by the administration. Without any doubt, Lagos is a challenging state to govern. Nevertheless, Babajide Sanwo and Obafemi Hamzat's administration has in the past 1 year demonstrated sufficient moral, intellectual, professional and administrative capabilities to lead the state onto the greater Lagos of our dream.